Hey guys, welcome back to the Radical Kitchen. Today we are making the best goddamn hash browns you've ever had in your life. I don't mean to hype it up like that, but it's really that good and it's really simple. So today we're just going to be using a few potatoes. It can adjust depending on your crowd, but I really like to do 4 at a time, and that feeds about 2 people if you're going to be eating hash browns only. I have good salt, I have onion powder, garlic powder, coconut oil for frying. For tools, you're going to need a grater. You don't need to use a box grater, you just need to have a grater with this size grating material. A spatula, a big bowl, and a really clean tea towel that is lint-free. One that you don't mind messing up because it will be ruined. Let's get started. So we're going to start with heating our pan. I prefer a cast iron skillet. It gets the hottest. You actually get a little bit of iron. If you're a vegetarian, that's very important. It also just gets like the crispiest texture, but you can use any pan you'd like. So I put it on high heat so it gets really, really hot. Next, I'm just going to start by grating the potatoes. Woo! This is a workout. Don't grit your fingers off. Okay, so now we're going to take our towel, put it on top of our cutting board, take all the potatoes that we just grated, this mountain of potatoes. Oh, and by the way, when I said it would feed 2 people, I meant feed 2 very hungry, tall people, like me and Sarah. Okay, so we want to put it in the center of our towel, and then what we're going to do is just go over this sink and squeeze. So I'm just going to squeeze it right into here. And all of this water will come out. We want to get all the water out of here so that we can have crispy hash browns. Just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until you can't squeeze anymore. Okay, so now all the liquid has been removed, so I'm going to take the potato, and it'll be a big ball. Just put it right in there. About a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and about a full teaspoon of garlic powder. With clean hands, work this in. And by all means, if you want to do fresh garlic, if you like that texture, do it. Garlic is very medicinal. I just really like the texture of the granulated garlic. And same with onions too. You can pre-cook onions on the stove, add them into here, so that way they're nice and caramelized. So now we're going to add our coconut oil to the pan. I really do like to get a really good amount of coconut oil in the pan so that the potatoes get really, really crispy. Let it coat the pan. Careful, it's really hot. Let that melt down. And you want it to be as high heat as possible without smoking. Let's add our potatoes. So you want to make a thin layer of potatoes so that it gets crispy all the way through and isn't soggy in the middle. You might have to do it in a couple batches. That's what I do. What I'll do is I'll squish this down, creating a giant potato pancake. The secret to getting this as crispy as possible and as tasty as possible is letting it sit alone. You don't even want to touch it. You don't want to peek underneath and see if it's getting brown. You'll be able to tell it's ready when the outside corners or the outside edges start to turn brown. So just let it do its thing. We are ready to flip, so get your plate ready, your spatula ready. It should all stick together. Oh! What I really like to do is put a little bit more coconut oil underneath and just let it do its thing to brown both sides of the situation. Get it in there. Give it a good little shake, shimmy, and let it sit and do its thing once again. The hash browns are done and so ready to eat, and they're so delicious. I highly recommend this recipe for someone who's not plant-based because it's a really, really great starter recipe. It's really great to serve as a breakfast, as an alternative to eggs and bacon. You could serve this with a little bit of the slaw we made last week. You could serve it with black beans. You could serve it with salsa, mushrooms. I really, really think that you should share this recipe and try it for yourself because it's highly addicting. Look at that. Oh my god. You gotta try it. Enjoy.